Okay, Dr. Scott, Matthew here with freeprescriptionlenses.com, and with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut prescription reading glasses for your Ray-Ban 2132, size 55, color 811, which is the blue rubber. We got that there, the black case, the Ray-Ban cleaning cloth. Of course, this frame could come with a brown case. Let me pop the lenses out, and I'm going to show you how I trace them and get ready to cut. Pop your original lenses out. Of course, these are sunglasses. And it's the same frame I wear, except I'm wearing the blue crystal, which I believe is color, with them off, I can't see. Let me put on my big strong magnifiers. This is color 6053, which is the blue crystal, but I'm wearing it in the 52 eye size. This is the larger 55. This is actually tracing the shape of your Italian frame using my Italian edger, the Santinelli LE1000. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. So I'm going to pull the shape up. I know your pupillary distance is 68. And type that in because you are a big guy, big PD, big pupillary distance. This is a polycarbonate lens, and it's been cut for a Xyle frame. And I know from experience the bevel's a little deeper, so I'm going to take this lens down a little bit smaller than I would the 52 eye size. So let's get started. Your right eye reads plus 250, minus 50 at 62. Spin the axis wheel on my Marco 101 lensometer to 62. Set the power drum to plus 250. Put your lens in, rotate it until I find the optical center. Get everything lined up, check the astigmatism. Yep, everything looks good. I'm going to put some dots on there. I'm going to label this the right lens. The simple R will do. Now your left eye is just a +3 sphere. Put this in until I get the sphere power just right. Line up your optical center. Put my marks on it and put that as left. Now I'm going to put this little block on the lens, but I have to use a little sticky pad to get it to hold, so I'm going to pull this off. It's a double-sided sticker. The black side is the sticky side. I'm going to stick that on the block. Pull off the other side so it'll stick to your lens. And now I'm going to line that up just perfect. Put that on there. Whoop, not yet, not yet. Let's do the left lens. Put the little double-sided adhesive sticker on here. And there we go. That goes the left lens. So let's put this into the chuck and hit start. The first thing that's going to happen is the LMU is going to come down and trace the shape of your frame onto the lens, just to make sure that the lens is large enough, which of course it is. I've measured everything and I made sure to order the appropriate size lens for you. I am a licensed optician. I take all these measurements before I order the lenses, so nothing happens on live TV that I'm surprised about. Surprises aren't good on live TV. So it has just finished tracing the concave side of your lens, which is closest to your eyelash, and is tracing the convex side now, which is away from your face. The cutting wheel is this lighter color wheel on the bottom, which is like a heavy grit sandpaper. This wheel in the center is what's going to put the bevel onto the lens so it stays inside the bevel of the frame. Now that is going to get a little loud, so I'm going to close the door so I can continue talking and let you watch that cut through the wheel, through the window. Now, as I mentioned before, Ray-Ban has two cases, a brown leather and a black leather. I just never, it used to be they would assign a certain color to a certain color frame and you get it every time. Now, even on a black frame, you might get a brown case, you might get a black case, you never know. So please specify if you'd rather have a black case or a brown case in the future. I tried to contact Ray-Ban and tell them, hey, what's the deal? But they told me, hey, forget about it. So what are you going to do? Hey, what are you going to do? But for those of you, now this is your 5th pair of glasses you've gotten from me. I really appreciate that. I know you've been happy with the first pair. Of course, the last one you got from me was the black rubber. You saw me wearing the blue rubber in one of the videos and wanted to get that one. Of course, here at freeprescriptionlenses.com, you buy the frame, which this frame sells for $130. And the reason I wear it, I've had Gucci, Prada, Versace, Armani. The reason I wear this frame, to me, it's the most comfortable frame that I offer. It's one of the cheapest and one of the most durable, because I'm hard on a frame too. So, I've had the Armani rep in here who wants to give me a frame. I told him forget about it. I'm married to this frame. I'm not going to change. I wore this frame for years as sunglasses before I ever needed prescription lenses, so my head just knows this frame. Out comes this one. I'm going to dry your lens off so it's not slippery. Now you still have a little bit of rough edges here, so I'm going to use my hand stone and put on what's known as the safety bevel. I just go around the lens, smooth everything out. I use my V-shaped thumbnail. I've worn a groove into my thumbnail from doing this so much, to wipe away any of the excess debris, and then I wipe it on the floor. Why? Because I can. Okay, to make sure this fits, I tuck it in at the outside corner, and using my thumbs, I press down at the nose. That snaps in perfectly. I'm going to put your left lens in, flip this over to the left, and hit start. Same procedure as before. It's going to go around and trace the shape of your frame onto the lens. In my fan mail, I told me that people like watching this, so I'm going to stay here staring at this, frozen, while you guys watch the lens go round and round. It is now tracing the back side of the lens. Now it's tracing the front side. And if I use my pen on the same side, I might be able to trace the shape of your lens onto the frame. Can you see that? Can you see that? Maybe? No? Okay. So down onto the cutting wheel. This whole process takes about 15 minutes. It is now 8:18 on Monday, March 10th, 68 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina, according to my Samsung Gear watch. So what I want to do now, this block is no longer needed. So I'm going to take this off, pull that off, and that is not blood, that is the ink from my lensometer. I'm going to dry off. I'm going to put this back in. It is 62. It is plus 250 minus 50. Get everything lined up right. That is plus 250. You have 2 steps of correction of astigmatism in your left eye, and actually I want to put the optical center back onto the lens. I'm going to use my red dot to make that a little bigger because you'll need to see that later. Now your prescription reads plus 250 minus 50 at 62 with a plus 3 sphere in your left eye. The diopter is the unit of measurement we use for prescriptions. You have gallons, you have ounces, you have pounds. These are diopters, D-I-O-P-T-E-R-S. So everything is in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50, 0.75, 1, and so on. You're on the 10th rung of a ladder here. You need 10 steps of magnification in your right eye. You need 2 steps of astigmatism correction. What the astigmatism does, this magnifies everything. This takes away the fuzzy edges. And this tells me, the 62 tells me where to rotate the lens to take away the fuzzy edges. Your left eye is completely spherical, meaning you need no astigmatism correction. You need 12 steps of magnification for your left eye to see clearly. Now these are your reading glasses, which takes your distance prescription and adds your bifocal onto it. But because you are a dentist, this is your working distance for when you're working inside people's mouths. I'd much rather cut lenses than cut teeth. Okay, I'm going to use my thumbnail again to scrape off the extra optical sawdust. And I should dry this off so I don't drop the lens on live TV. That is never good. Alright, so now let me try and mount the lens into your left side. I'm going to tuck it in at the corner closest to me, and using my thumbnails, press down, and it just snaps right in. Now I'm going to take this block off, pull that off, and let me darken the red dot that is there. And your PD is 68. I'm going to hold up my PD stick. I'm going to start on your right lens and move over to the left. And hopefully my GoPro camera is good enough where you see 68. It is 2 tick marks before the 70. And one thing I'm going to do before shipping is use a piece of tissue with my optical grade acetone. I'm going to clean the red dots off of your lens. And the last thing I want to do before shipping is get the frame in standard alignment Now, all optical shops, 99% of all optical shops do free adjustments. So if this is too loose or too tight, just stop by your local one and just tell them if it's just that too loose, too tight, or if it's high or crooked, they'll know what to do. But I'm going to get the frame in standard alignment, meaning that when I put it on the table, there is no wobble. I flip it over, check the same thing. Make sure the hinges line up, overlapping each other perfectly with the same amount of tension on each hinge. It does. So, Dr. Scott, can you check out the magnification with my letters in the background? These are your reading glasses for when you're working in someone's mouth. And I love my dentist, so you guys do great work. So thank you very much for helping me achieve my American dream. And if I can be any more help for anyone, just email me at freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. And Dr. Scott, hope you enjoyed me making your glasses. And now you can see how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.